This week, Freemasons Hall was home to the first ever London watch show, and T3 headed on down to take a look. With over 45 international watch brands showcasing their 2013 collections, there was a watch to suit everyone's taste. From sleek and stylish, to sporty and bright and beautiful. Among the stands, Timex were showing off their new range.
These are the new linear chronograph, Timex Intelligent Quartz linear chronograph. And the unique thing about these, the whole Timex Intelligent Quartz collection is all about tech and the technology behind the watches. Different drivetrains, different motors behind the face, powering up to 6 different hands, displaying different information all at the same time. So what we've done with the linear chronograph is we've taken the chronograph feature, which would traditionally be displayed in a circular motion, and we're displaying it in a linear form. So you can see down the left-hand side, the minutes are displayed in a linear form. The flyback chronograph, which has a flyback retrograde style hand to display the time elapsed. We have watches that have as many as 6 different hands on them, such as the tide temp compass, which, as well as telling the time, also displays tide, the next high tide or low tide, displays temperature and compass direction.
Casio were displaying their G-Shock range, and the RAF pilots who inspired its new Aviator watch technology were on hand to tell us more.
We're basically from the RAF ski team, which is how we got involved with Casio and G-Shock. We got the guys together on the team, pilots from all different backgrounds, helicopters, multi-engines, fast jets, and we came up with some features that we really would have liked on the watch. And then we produced the collaborative watch, and those features have now run over into the range of aviation watches that Casio are delivering.
What did you want to get in a watch that you didn't already have, and what translated into the final design?
Yeah, well, we asked for various features. I mean, obviously with G-Shock, it's going to be a tough, survivable watch anyway, so you can take it anywhere in the world, which was great for us, working in the desert, cold climates, warm climates, so it was really good. Other features, we wanted a Zulu time button. Zulu time is what we work in around the world when we're flying for planning and purposes and planning operations and all sorts. So it's really handy to have this fast access to Zulu time, so wherever we are we can just hit that button, it takes us straight into Zulu time.
So Zulu time would be sort of Greenwich Mean Time?
Pretty much, yeah, and it's what everybody around the world works to for a standard time.
Most aviator watches don't have that at all, which is the most important thing. It's not just military aviation, it's civil aviation too. So everybody is using that no matter where you're flying throughout the world.
You've also got this, what they call the fast access bezel, which pops out and then you can spin it around and then access features without having to press all the buttons around the outside, so that's quite handy. The luminescence of it was kind of set so that it wouldn't dazzle you at night, so it's set very similar to the luminescence we have in the cockpit, so it doesn't cause problems with night vision goggles and night vision. Other features, I mean, with the G-Shock watch, it's shock resistant to 14G. It's been tested up to 14G. In an aircraft, pretty much we only go up to 9G, so anything after that,
wow.
So the watch will still be awake while you're falling asleep.
And there's obviously no battery because it's all tough solar too, and it doesn't just use daylight, it uses fluorescent lighting too, so if you're on shift work at night, it's not see much daylight while you're working, it'll still keep charging.
It's fully water resistant up to, I think it's 200 metres.
Further than you'd want to go anyway, for any sane man.
And it wasn't just established brands that were exhibiting. Ian Elliott, co-founder of Animal, and his business partner Elliott Brown were debuting their Elliott Brown watch collection.
We started out a few months ago and decided that it would be really interesting to take everything we'd learned along the way with Animal watches and try and build them up into something that was as tough as Animal watches were, just a bit smarter, tough enough to wear every day and smart enough to wear with your best suit.
Tell us a little bit more about the technology within the watches themselves.
Okay, so everything's got 8-hour Japanese superluminova, dials, hands, bezels, even the buckles are luminous, so if you put your watch face down at night, you can still find it. And the two chief things that we've tried to achieve is maximum waterproofing without using screw-down crowns, because we found that people used to forget to screw them down when they went on a plane for holidays, get off the plane, jump in the pool, watch fills up with water, you've got a problem. So we spent a lot of time designing that out so that we've got crowns that are still waterproof without being screwed down.
Okay.
And the other thing was to make them as shock resistant as possible. So we've developed a new movement mount inside that's got rubber buffers all around it.
Fabulous. And what's the price range on these?
325 to 600.
That's brilliant. Thank you very much.
Pleasure.
Startup company Accion were displaying their range of pilot-inspired watches, and Glyn couldn't wait to tell us more.
We've got 5 watches in the range. We've got 4 gentlemen's and 1 ladies, although the ladies at the moment comes in 2 different colours, the pink and the white.
Brilliant. So in terms of spec, what do these watches offer?
Spec, they're made in Switzerland. They have Swiss movements, either an ETA or a Ronda Swiss movement. They have sapphire crystal. They are scratch-proof, waterproof, to either 100 metres or 50 metres, depending on which watch, and the ability to tell the time in 2 different time zones. So the watches tell GMT constantly and then local time wherever you are in the world. The white on black dial, we incorporated high intensity superluminova so that you can see them at night in a dimly lit flight deck, because we thought that was a useful thing as well.
In terms of price, what range would we be looking at?
They full retail, the gentlemen's are just under £500 depending on which variation, and the ladies is £325 retail.
And Ritmo Mundo with their range of new watches, with one unusual design in particular that caught our eye, the Reflex. I've just come across this very unusual looking watch at the Ritmo stand. Annabelle, tell me how it works.
Basically, it's like a... May I?
Yeah. Slap bracelet action.
Slap bracelet. And to turn it on, you press the on button, and then 11:48 in the AM.
Okay.
And to press it twice, if it works, it's the 2nd of July. We've got 8
very unusual timepiece,
and all the different colours light up with the different lights.
Oh, fabulous.
It's pretty unusual.
For more tech news, reviews and features, keep it locked to t3.com.